Hey you guys, welcome or welcome back to Jay's Journal. In today's video, I will be showing you guys how I achieved this really cute, refreshing makeup look. If you guys want to see how I did this, then please continue to watch. Okay, you guys, so I already have my skincare on. I just went ahead and cleansed my skin, applied my serums, and I also applied my Fenty Hydro Visor. So we have some skin protection. We have that for these UV rays that are blasting at my face right now. So as you guys can see, I do not have perfect skin by any means. I have blemishes, I have acne scars, I have textured skin. It is what it is, and we're human, so we move on. But I'm going to show you guys how I get my personal favorite really nice smooth base, or it looks smooth. It gives you the illusion of a very smooth base. I am a fan of more of the matte style of makeup. I've always just loved matte makeup, so I think that's pretty much what I'm going to be leaning towards today. And so let's go ahead and just jump right into the tutorial. I already have my skin prep done, so we're first going to go in with a primer. And my go-to, and it has been my go-to for some time, is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I love this primer. You guys know, if you've been here, this is what I use, and I just go in with a small little pump. And I like to mostly apply to my T-zone, honestly, because that is where my makeup tends to want to break up. And we don't want that. So I'm just pressing it into the skin and just rubbing it in. This is where I get really oily. And then just work it into the forehead, making sure to get my brows because that area is also oily. You want to make sure that any product we put down sticks to it nicely, like that. I'm gonna allow that to sit for just a second so that it can start to get a little tacky. Sorry about the lines on my face. It's literally my curtain. There's not much I can do about that unless I completely pull it back, but then it's gonna be super bright. Ignoring the lines on my face from my curtains, let's go ahead and move on to the next step. So next I'm going to be going in with my foundation, and for the finish I'm going for, I like to go in with the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I'm in the NC family. I wear quite a few different shades, but it's pretty much a repeat in every single video, so I'm just gonna go in with a dot of this and start to apply it on the skin. Normally I just dot it, or normally I just pump it right onto my face, but I wanna control exactly where it's going right now. Let's get a mirror. Definitely need a mirror, so I'm just going to use one of my little compacts. Just wanna make sure I spread it out a good amount. I'm just gonna go in with one of my little brushes. There's nothing special about this brush, honestly. I got this from a makeup store that is now closed in Atlanta, and they just had their own brand of brushes. So I was like, oh, let me buy this because they had the closing down sale. And I'm just patting this into the skin. I may go in with a little bit more. Something else I've noticed since getting older is I'm actually starting to acquire more freckles on my face. And while I think freckles are beautiful on people, it does something to me internally because it's like, I got acne scars. The freckles, I don't think I want that addition to my face. I want my skin to just be clear, but it is what it is. We don't get to choose what is for us and what isn't. So I'm just patting the foundation in. I don't know if I want to go in with any more, but I think this is good. So now that we have the foundation on, see how much more clear and even my skin looks? That's what we want. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealers, and I've really been loving the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealers. These are really nice. They kind of remind me of NARS Radiant Creamy. It's very skin-like, but they're beautiful. So I have 3 different shades. 2 I like to use to highlight with or conceal my face. These are my 2 lighter shades. If you guys can see, I'm just applying this under the eye. This is the 34.5. Under the eye, around the mouth. I like to brighten up there because I don't like the shadowy effect, and I naturally have darkness around my mouth, so I try to conceal that. And then we're gonna go in with the 33Y and put it under the eye right there, right above the 34.5. I'm gonna put some of that in the middle of the forehead as well. We're going to pop that along the brow bone. We can go ahead and close these up. And then go in, oh, my top was twisting off. Don't be leaking, goodness. Next, what I like to do is go in with a makeup setting spray. So I'm going to be using my Scandinavia Bridal Makeup Spray. And we're just going to lightly mist our face. I need to go grab my fan, but setting spray, dry down, and then we're gonna go ahead and blend in the concealer. I need to go find my fan. I'm a little unorganized right now because, as you guys know, we've moved across the country back to the West Coast, so everything isn't still all the way together. I'm still doing my makeup out of a bag. So yes, let's go ahead and let this set, and then I'll be right back. Guys, so now that we've allowed our concealer time to dry down a little bit, I'm gonna go back in with my foundation brush, and I'm just going to blend in where I applied the concealer along the jaw and around the mouth. And what this is doing is just essentially a little bit of reverse contouring, and it's also adding additional coverage to areas that I want more coverage. And in the forehead area, I'm gonna go in with a clean beauty blender. I'm going to first blend with this concealer in. Blend in the concealer on the nose, like that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start to blend in my under eye concealer. My sponge is clean, but it is very dry. I prefer my sponges to be a little bit more on the dry side. I feel like when it's wet, it picks up way too much product. And you'll see, I like to bring my concealer into the inner corners just to prevent that having a darker cast or shadow. We want it all to be brighter. And then we can go ahead and blend in that concealer under the brow and make sure to bring that to the front of the brow, like that. Do the same thing on this side. Now that we have all of this blended in, it's time to go in with a little bit of bronze and contour. So I personally love this stick foundation, or I don't know what they classify this as, but it is a cream stick product from Juvia's Place. And this is in the shade Benin. If you guys have been here, this is what I use to contour. So I just take a little bit of the product and I apply it right along that cheekbone, not too low because we don't want it to change the shape of our face. And we also don't want it dragging our face down. I'm gonna apply it around the hairline, other side, and under the chin. Now with this, we can immediately go in and blend it out. So I'm first going to start under the jaw, the chin, creating some shadow to get rid of the double chin, child, oh my God. Blending it in around the hairline. And I try not to go too crazy with this, but you definitely want to blend it back into the hairline. Otherwise, you'll have like your scalp and skin color showing a little bit and it looks a bit stark. So now I'm going to blend the cheek in. So what you want to do is blend up as opposed to blending down. This is just going to keep that lift to the face. Guys, so I have already set the under eye on this side of my face, and I'm using the One Size Ultra Pink because I don't use it and it needs to be used up because I own it and it needs to be used. So what I'm going to do is just go under this eye just to blend out any under eye creases. And then I'm dipping into that Ultra Pink One Size powder and I'm just going to lightly set the under eye as well as the brow and the forehead. The powder is amazing. I'm just not a fan of the pink, and I think that's the biggest thing. I need the translucent in a bigger size because my Ultra Pink is the big one. And I really should have bought it in the small one to try it out first, but it's fine. I'm also setting around the mouth. Make sure you get in the side of that nose really good. And then that's pretty much it. I'm not going to go down here with the powder and do all that. I'm gonna go ahead and start to apply my blush. I'm using the Juvia's Place Volume 5 Blush Duo. This is what that one looks like, really pretty. These are definitely more in that corally family. I'm going to dip into both colors, tap it off, and then just lightly start to press that and pat that onto the skin, just lightly. The pigmentation in these blushes is crazy, so you don't need to keep going in or anything like that. I also like to bring it on the nose and on my chin. So as you guys saw, the last thing we did was powder and then blush. I've already done my brows off camera, and I used my Morphe brow pencil, and this is in the color Chocolate Mousse, to do my brows today. I didn't go overboard. I did lightly fill them in, but that was it. Now I'm going to go in with my Caramel Cutie from Fenty and a Morphe M535. And I'm just going to swirl it in that product and lightly contour the nose as well as my eyes. So we're just going all the way up to that brow and then swinging it in the crease like that. And you want to repeat this on both sides, just like that. For this part here, I'm going in with a limited edition Cracker Sweet. This is the Copper Face Compact, so don't pay too much mind to that. What we are going to use out of here is the Whisper of Guilt, and you can get that at MAC. It doesn't have to necessarily be from this little compact. So this was just a really cute holiday one that they came out with back when I worked at MAC still. And I'm just tapping that on the tip of my nose as a cute little boop, just like that. I'm going to go in with just a small pencil brush, and I'm going to apply that in the inner corners. And then I'm going to apply it on the brow bone as well, just lightly popping it right along that brow bone. And it looks good when the light hits it. Now, you guys know I get oily, so I don't really need highlighter on my cheeks. I don't really need it any part of my face, but these areas here I feel like doesn't really do harm. So I went ahead and released my hair, because to get the full effect and everything, this is what the makeup is looking like. Now I'm just going to take a little powder brush from Real Techniques. I'm just going to dust away any powder that I may have had sitting on the face anywhere. And I already have some glue on the lashes that I'm going to be wearing today, because I decided I want to wear some lashes, you guys. Like, who am I? I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. And I'm just doing a pretty light coat. And this is just to prep our natural lashes for the strips. Takes away any powder or product that we may have had sitting on them, and it makes it easier for the extensions to adhere to the natural lash. In the meantime, while our lashes are getting sticky and tacky, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips, because why not? Instead of just waiting around. I think the lip liner I'm going to use will be from LA Girl. I'm filling this lip pencil today. So I'm going in with the LA Girl Shockwave lip liner, and this is in Chai Latte. This is a nice deeper brown, but it's not super warm, which I love. Whenever these go on sale, I just buy a bunch. I have to. I buy a bunch because I love this color, and it's so inexpensive. And then I like to rub my lips together to blend in that lip liner, just like that. Now we can go in with our lip products. So I honestly didn't really know what direction I wanted to go in with my lip color today, but I think what I'm going to do is go in with my NYX Angel Food Cake. You guys can see. I love this gloss. It's been one of my faves for such a long time. I love the pink tone that it has. So pretty. I'm gonna just go ahead and apply that to the lips. Now we have a cute little pinky brown nude. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my MAC lip gloss. I believe this is see-through, but the little label came off the bottom. It's either that or it was like the limited edition ones. I don't really know, y'all, but it's really close to see-through. I will say that. I'm pretty sure this is see-through, and I'm just dabbing that in the center. It really brightens up the lip. And the thing about this is it's very neutral. It's almost peachy, right? But blended into that pink, it still maintains its pinkness, which I love. For a final added touch, I'm gonna go in with my MAC lip gloss. And this is my little travel one, so. I have a case of disposables because once an artist, always an artist. So this is what my little disposable tray looks like. I'm gonna take a extra doe foot applicator, one of these little guys here, or a flocked tip applicator, whatever you wanna call it, because I don't wanna mix this on to my tube. And this isn't something you need. You guys can just squeeze it out. You can do what you want. It's your own product, but I just try to keep it pretty not mixed in. So I got that. I like my lips nice and glossy. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit on the lips. So we're gonna go ahead and just apply this. I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about lip fillers a lot recently. But I'm afraid of any foreign substance going into my body, especially being injected. So this is the lips. I am going to go ahead, pop on my lashes. Let me back out. I'm going to go ahead, pop on my lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, this is going to be the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know down below in the comment section what you would like to see next. Don't forget to thumbs this video up and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.